I guess you can start. So, hello, Oscar. Hi, Marco. I don't see you here though.
Hold
Your camera, if it's possible.
I'm in Roblox. What? Wait. What did he say?
Can you open your camera so we can see you? Because I hardly like it looks like your camera is turned off.
Can we keep the camera off? I prefer not to have my
Okay.
son's face.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Thank
No.
you.
Okay. So, hi,
It
Oscar.
won't hurt to just.
Hi, Marco. Hi, and there will be other students who will be joining us throughout the lesson. So I guess we can begin. Before we start, I'll tell you about myself. My name is Yasin Syed, and I'm an ICT engineer, game designer in Unity, Roblox, C Sharp, Python, and Minecraft. I'm also a programmer teaching kids, teens, and adults, and I'm really happy you all are here. And today we're gonna be learning about how to create games in Roblox. So, Oscar and Marco, do you play Roblox?
Yeah.
I do.
One thing, will will we be creating a game during the class? Because I have a Chromebook, so it doesn't have Roblox Studio, but my dad does have a computer that does have it, so I might need to switch to his. Should
Oh,
I
well,
do that?
no, well, I think you don't need to do that because it's going to be a very limited time short meeting. So we will do everything on my side, okay? And I'll keep it interactive so you know you can engage with me and we'll create a game together. So no need to do anything. Cool?
Okay.
Great. Yes, Oscar, you were saying something, right? Do you play Roblox too, Oscar?
Yeah.
Cool. So today, as this is going to be a group meeting and we might be having more students joining in, do you all know how to use the Zoom chat box? So, you can give me a message because I'll prefer that you all will be muted. Else it's going to be too chaotic. So you need to message me something like, hi, hello. Yes, just like that, Oscar. Thank you. So use the chat box to message me something, ask your question, share your ideas. Just keep yourself muted so other students don't get distracted. Hi, Serna, Serna, right? Am I pronouncing your name right? Ziri just joined, and Marco. You know how to use the chat box, right? The Zoom chat box. You can message me anything there and ask me a question, share your ideas. And during the meeting today, like in the lesson while creating games, I will be asking you some questions, and I might need some of your feedback. So I'll prefer that you suggest me your ideas or what you're thinking using the Zoom chat. Let me message you something over there. I'll say, hey everyone, and you can stay connected with me in the chat box. Later, by the end of the whole meeting, you can unmute yourself back. Sounds good? So you can keep your cameras open if it's possible. So you can show me a thumbs up sign and thumbs down sign. If things are going good, you show me a thumbs up sign. If things are going bad, thumbs down sign. Sounds good? Well, let's begin. So today we'll start everything from basics and we create a game pretty quick. Just I need you to be really engaged. So just don't keep yourself isolated. Share your ideas, keep interactive. Like, ask me questions, share your ideas. Tell me if you want to add something more inside the game or you want to make some changes. Okay. So I will be sharing my screen right now. Can you all see my screen? Show me a
Yep.
thumbs up sign. Or show me a thumbs up sign or at least say okay in the chat box. Can you all see my screen? All right, I think Oscar, Yuri, yeah, you can say me something in the chat box too. That works. You can just say me, yeah, I can see that, or just show me a thumbs up sign. Both works. So this is what we are doing. Today, we need to learn about how exactly the coding and game development works in Roblox. And then we will be actually making a game using the Roblox Studio, okay? And which is like a cool engine to create some really amazing games out there. So I'll be sharing the whiteboard here. And before we begin, I have to make sure that you all are ready. So you can say me ready in the chat box like this, or show me a thumbs up sign, and we are ready to go. So if you're ready, just type in the chat box ready, or you can just show me a thumbs up sign like that, and we will begin the lesson. So Zuri is ready. What about rest of you? Are you all ready? Nikki, we have Marco, Oscar.
Not yet.
Okay, Oscar is ready. Great. Marco, you ready? Okay, I'll give a minute. I think we all can begin, right? So I'm gonna give you a count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me just keep this thing organized. Okay. Now, how do you make games on Roblox? Well, it's pretty simple. Let us say that's gonna be my Roblox game. Okay. So I'm just gonna say let's name this thing as my Roblox game. And this is just an introduction, an overview. Then we'll switch to Roblox Studio. So before we jump to Roblox Studio, we should have some understanding about the basics and the fundamentals about game development and how it exactly works. Meanwhile, during the whole explanation, you are free to share your ideas, your answers, and everything. So let's say this is your Roblox game. It's running, okay? And what do you usually see in your Roblox game? Can you tell me? Like, what do you see there? And if you're playing any specific game, or let's say in general, you're playing some game on Roblox, what do you see out there? I think, do we see houses? Yes, we do see houses. What else do we see there? Go ahead, share your suggestion in the chat box. Uh, what do you see in your regular Roblox game? Sorry, my drawing is really bad. Uh, just avoid it. So, tell me more. We see some houses. Mm-hmm.
Trees.
Hobbies. Okay, wow, that's cool. Thank you, Zuri. Okay, what else do you see? Tell me. So Zuri said
Trees.
horses, trees. Yeah, we do see trees. Cool. What else? Hmm. I think a good terrain, right? A cool terrain like mountains, um, and some kind of trees, river. What else do you see? Shops. Yeah, shops where you can buy things. You can upgrade yourself. What else? I believe definitely a player. The one you're playing, your character with the cool avatar of that. What else? Flowers. Okay. Oh my God, my drawing is bad. I'm just gonna draw a simple flower. Okay. Something more? Any ideas? Can you guess? Birds. I think yeah, that will work. Aircrafts. If you're playing some kind of first-person shooter games, you might find some weapons and stuff. If you're playing a dress-up game, you will have a cool shopping tools. Horses, just like Zuri said, I don't know how to draw a horse, so I won't be drawing that. So you will be having your pet animals or the pets. Yeah, just like I said, pets around your game. Now all the things can be done without even programming. You don't need to code. You don't need to program. You don't need to do anything. All this can be done with the help of Roblox Studio. Yeah, the rain, everything. Yeah, that's called, I will say, the effects to your world. All this thing can be done with the help of the modeling tools. These modeling tools are either you do it all from scratch, or you can use the Roblox toolbox, which is provided in the Roblox Studio, which helps you to get objects, models, and everything in your game for free. And they are really cool too. So we can create it by ourselves, or we can get the objects or models created by the other developers. Also, there are some advanced tools which you will learn later. So there are so many options to get your creativity out there on your game world. Step number 2, what else can we do there? Well, when you start playing a game, if there is nothing working, it might be a really cool or beautiful world out there. But if you don't tell computer what to do, or if you don't give a command to that particular object or model, it's not gonna work. For example, if I jump into a game and that game doesn't have any code, well, it won't work and it won't be any fun. So, as programmer and game developer, we will be adding codes to our game, maybe to each one of them, like individually or all together. a code. Now we will be learning about what codes are and how do we program. So a code is basically which is telling your game or the game objects to do something when something happens. Now this code, Roblox Studio is using a programming language which is called Lua. Has anyone here ever done any code in Lua programming language? Or this is your very first time? Well, if this is your very first time, that's fine because I'm taking you right from basics. Okay, you know what Lua is? Just like English, computer science or like computers also talk in some language, and they need to be understood by us. They are all about zeros and binaries. For example, if you're talking about computers or technology and stuff, all these computers are basically running in a language called binary, which is basically like, let's say I want to take a jump and move forward and buy something. It can take you about bits of like this ones and zeros and maybe few thousands of them. Now, binary is so confusing, or you might get stuck. You will end up with thousands of errors. To help you with this, we'll be using programming languages. Now, there are so many programming languages around the world, just like we speak different languages. And there are many languages which are spoken around the world, like English, French, Italian, keeps on going, the list. So just like that, computers also have different languages, to build something else, to build, like, say, you're making websites, you're making mobile apps, you're making robots, you're making cars, you're making games. So all these things need a specific programming language. For us, we will be using Lua programming language. It's pretty simple and you will understand definitely. So let me write something in Lua and I want to know, what do you all think? Let's say if I say print hello, okay? Now, can you tell me which one looked really simple to you? A, that is print hello, or B, maybe 1,000 lines of ones and zeros. What do you all think? Which one is really simple for you? Print hello, or maybe 1,000 lines of ones and zeros? A, okay, Nikki. What do you all think? A is the easiest one. Zero said B. Because I'll myself prefer A. You know why? Because it's something that I understand. Because bits is all about ones and zeros. Now, why are we picking A over B? Because A is like something similar to English. We understand, we can learn, and it's really simple, and it's gonna save your time. So we will go for A, okay, Yuri? That's easier. But bits is ones and zeros, that it might take you hours just to do one simple thing. While with A, like a programming code, it's so simple. So that's gonna make our work easier. By adding code to your game, you tell a player to do a lot of things. That means, let's say, if you are beginning the game, save the progress. If you see a tree, you can eat some apples from it and regain your energy. You can go to shop, purchase things which can be taken out from your Robux, and you can drive car, visit terrain, fight enemy, pick up something, throw something, and there's like thousands and I'll say endless of things which you can add to your game. So let's begin that thing on our Roblox video thing. I'll be sharing my screen right now. Let me make it expanded. Now, I will be giving you some choices and I will go with the majority of votes. So which map do you want me to start with? A, that's flat terrain. B, a village map. C, castle. D, suburban. E, I'll go with city. F, western. I'll say,
How do you get to that? I'm completely lost.
oh, you're completely lost. Don't worry, you're not supposed to do anything. You just need to go and follow up with the teacher, okay? Don't worry about anything. Just
Wait,
follow.
what did he say?
Oh, you're not supposed to do anything on Roblox right now. You're just supposed to follow the teacher, okay? So just stay with me and share your suggestions, okay? Got my point? Don't do anything. Just stay with the teacher, follow up what we are doing, share your ideas, and we will make a game together. Use the chat box to, ask the message and share your ideas. Got my point? Make sense? Okay. So I want you to all not do anything else. Just focus on the teacher's screen, the Roblox studio that I'm sharing, and share your suggestions, share your ideas in the chat box. Okay. We are creating game on the teacher's side. That means that I'm creating game and I will be taking your suggestions and ideas in between to create a cool game out there. Okay. So the suggestions I've got here was A from also C from Zuri. Nikki said E. Okay, also said A. So I have 2 votes for A, 1 vote for 2 votes for C. Okay. Let's see. I'm still waiting. Anyone else? Do you want to pick your map? Pick a letter from there and type in the chat box. Okay, I got B from Yajat. 1 vote for B. So we got 2 for A, 2 votes for C, 1 vote for B. I need 1 more vote from A or either C, and we'll begin with our map. Anyone else? A. Okay, Oscar, I believe you already said A, so that's going to be something. We need 1 more vote. Which one do you all think? Should we go with A or B? That is flat terrain or castle? I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to pick my votes. So 3, 2, 1. All right, I got now 2 votes for B. So I'll pick my count then. A, B, C. So which one do you want? Oh, it's like Vishal said B. So I think B is the highest, but it got 3 points out here. Great. So we are gonna go and start creating our game on Castle platform. So I'm gonna click on Castle. This is Roblox Studio. It's a free software. You aren't supposed to worry about any code. You aren't supposed to worry about any software, as this is your very first lesson and a kind of a trial to have an introduction and overview to Roblox game development. So don't worry about any coding. Don't worry about any server or software installation. We'll help you with everything. So just today with me, help me to get our game started. Okay. So take a look over here. This is our castle world. This is how it looks. It's pretty simple. You have a lot of things to do here. You got a cool castle to explore. If you want to play this game, I'm going to click on the play button and you can explore the map. Okay. So let's
Yeah.
explore the map and see.
And also, you can edit it at the same time.
Exactly. Right. And you know, you can
And
even.
not fair, you have a cool skin. I don't. Wait, are you guest?
No. I'm not guessed.
How come you have that skin?
Oh,
I don't.
It's a default skin, I believe. No, it's not the default skin though. Yeah, I changed it. I changed it myself. Well, this game is
Okay.
creatable.
I'm going in.
All right, I'll stop the game. Now, everyone, I need your attention over here. So I'm going to give you a count. I want you all to look what I will be doing, as it's going to be going a little bit complicated and very important too. So look at my screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can I get your attention, please? Now take a look over here. This is my map. And by default, I do have a spawn location, which I'm going to delete it. Right click, delete. I don't want to spawn over there. I want to spawn somewhere over here. This looks good. It's going to give me a cool idea. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to editor. Okay. I'll click on edit. I'll click on paint and I'll paint my map to the way I want. I want to keep this thing, you know, like the cobblestone. It's a cool platform to be added downside. And I want to cover this thing around with some rock or as I assault. Yeah, this looks much. Oh, that's really bad. I need to get some grass back around. So I'm just gonna get the grass here. Okay, this looks really good. Now what I'm gonna do over here is I will add my spawn location. So the spawn locations are so easily accessible. you can simply go to model, add your spawn location. Now, my spawn location, I don't know why it spawned over there. I need to spawn it over this place. So let me spawn it one more time. There we go. We got the spawn location. It looks really simple, right? I was thinking to make it much cooler because this is going to be a starting point of the game, and our game will be really simple. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll change the color of the spawn location to make it something more bright. So I'll keep it red, and I'll change the material to, you know, okay, this looks cool. Um, let's make it much more cooler. What you can do is pull the spawn location a little bit up in the air, add some effects on it. So I'm going to go to model. I'll click on effects, and I will say, let's add some sparkles. Keeping the spawn location selected, I will add the point light, which will, cover the whole area with some cool light around. So I'm going to make sure it's going to be red because our spawn location is red. Pick the area to be red, and there we go. Looks pretty, right? Now, that's our spawn point. We are going to begin over here. Well, I was thinking to make our map a little bit more, creative. So I'll go to home. I'll click on toolbox, and I'll search for some kind of houses. Now, today you will be seeing like how easy and how fun it is to build your world with some easy steps. So I'm gonna get any ideas or any picks you would like me to have, as I think this era is kind of a medieval time. So let me search for medieval houses. Medieval houses. Okay, I got some really cool models here. I'm gonna get the first one. I'll drop it there. I'll get the second one. I'll drop it here. Let me rotate it. Okay, that looks good. One more. Should we go with this one? Let's try. Okay, I'm gonna keep it exactly over here. Oh, it's not in the right place. Okay, that looks good. Now, still something is missing. I was thinking about to add some kind of cool paint so people can walk through. So I'm just gonna change the size of this brush. It's too big. Let's keep it 6. And you can, walk through these places over here. Add some trees. So just make it look cooler. I'm gonna close this thing down. Change, make it anchor. Make this thing go anchor. Anchor. One of the properties is to keep the things fixed to their places. Let's go to toolbox again. And I'm gonna search for some tree. So we do have some trees here, but we can have our own. So I'm gonna look for some trees. And yeah, let's go with the first one. I'm gonna drop it there. The second one, I'm gonna drop it over here. Cool, that's good. Now let's play the game and see how our starter map looks like. So I'm gonna click on the play button from here. And this is how it looks. Do you see how cool that was? And how quick we made this thing? Well, this looks good. I was thinking to let's create a simple objective in this game. Like you need to pick something and drop something and you win. Okay. So let's say if this is the medieval time, we will draw some kind of, let's say, a box, which is all about, let me just drop it over here and scale it up. And I'm gonna make it look like a tiny box, like a crate. So to make it look like a crate, I'll try to change the color to something brownish, and I'll add a material over it as wooden planks. There we go. And let's make it anchor and drop it down over the ground. Well, to make this box look like it's kind of some food or, apples or grapes or some kind of fruits you picked up from the trees out here. What I will be doing is I'll add a picture on top of it to make it much more easier to understand. So I'm just gonna search about apple. Let's see if we can get a picture of apple. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, Now that picture just literally came to the other side. We need to change it back to the front. So I'm gonna be simply changing the face to left. Now let's change it to bottom. Top. Okay, that looks good. Do you think this look good? You can treat this, there is a sign here. Now, when I'm selecting things from here, like the sign, the boxes, the pitches, you need to make sure the models that you're selecting are with the right codes. You see the green bar here? It shows that this is something without the error. So you don't need to pick something with a lot of errors, like the red markers around, or else your game start lagging and you're gonna create, even there might be some viruses. So you need to avoid that thing. Well, there are less of viruses. It's like basically more of like errors or glitches which create or which add up to your game. So we will try to avoid them. Now I'm gonna make it go up, rotate it, bring it in front, and scale it bigger. Okay, now I'm gonna just simply change the sign here. It says texture, and I will say the text is say and drop the other sign. Okay. Now I need your help here. So you pick up a box from here. That's this box, and I want to drop the box over here near the castle gate. So which sign should be picked? I'm gonna go to editor, paint this area again with some kind of limestone, and I need your little help here. So let's say I want to add some kind of flowers. Can you tell me what kind of flowers should I add here? You can use the chat box to give me your suggestions there. Any cool thing you want me to add from here? The pink flowers, Nikki? Okay. Added some pink flowers. I can even duplicate them to make it look much prettier. Any other suggestions? Or anything else do you want some specific to be added out here? I'll go with some bushes. Everyone, you can drop your suggestion in the chat box if you want to add something to your map. I'll add here, okay? Now, I'm looking for the sign and you all tell me which one do you want. There are multiple signs here. We can edit them. So I was thinking about, let's say, should we keep it something like this? Or do you think the sign is good? It's actually similar to that one though. Similar to that. So I'm gonna get the simple one. Oh, again, it's on in water. We don't need that. The neon one. Okay, Nikki, you said neon sign. I can find it. Neon vibe sign. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Let me just get it right on the place. I'm gonna scale it bigger. The game passes. It's a little bit complicated topic to be discussed today, but yeah, there are different ways through which you can create the game passes though. So I'm gonna create this vibe thing, and I'm gonna scale the thing bigger, and I will share you this game with all of you, okay, who are there, so you can play this game on your mobile phone, tablet, and everywhere you want. So this time is gonna exactly work with our code. Okay, this looks good. All right, now I need to, make some changes in order to make sure that things can understand us. I'm gonna extend this thing. Okay, let me just close that then. Come back here, pull the sign up in the air, scale the sign bigger, drop it down there, and change the sign to my sign. And the next thing we need to do is I'm gonna create an area which is gonna be, completely kind of invisible. You won't be able to see this thing, but Yeah, it's like the place you need to drop that box. So let's change this thing to platform, and I'm gonna make it anchor and change the transparency. So I'm gonna click over here, change this transparency to around half visible. Good. Let's create a code now. So I'm gonna select this thing together, right click, group it, name it as my game, and we're gonna write a script in it. Now here comes the programming thing, the coding thing. Now it looks like, whoa, that's so much thing happening here. Is it hard? No, this is just an introduction for you. So you shouldn't be worried about this. Cool. I'm gonna connect the sign here and I'll say script.parent dot my sign dot text. Don't worry about the code. I'm telling again, this is just an introduction for you to see how game works. The surface UI, text label, I got my sign connected. Now my sign should say, sign the text will say, drop the box here. Then we need to connect the platform. So I'm just gonna say platform equals script.parent. And the second thing, we need to create a guard, which will make the thing accessible or not. And I'm going to run a function here. So local function equals, or I'll say local function. Let's name this as when and part touched. That's the function going here. Now we need to call the function. So when the platform is going to be touched by the player, I'll say when it's going to be touched by the player, we're going to connect the function name when. Okay. Now, there are a couple of things which goes here. That is character. How can you find the character? Your Roblox character is divided with different parts, like an avatar. So we can find it from that. Second, we need to check if that person is humanoid. Humanoid means it's a player. It's not an animal. It's not an object. It's not a zombie or someone. So we will say from character. Now that's a big long word here. That is find first child, which is a humanoid. Now I'm going to write a condition and make this game work. So if I'll say I'm just going to simply say that's going to be much more fun. Okay, so we'll say if the person is humanoid, okay, and the god is basically false, then do something. Do you want me to play a background music in this game and some music for the start? I think yes, that's going to be much cooler. So if you win the game, I will be playing. I will be having some smoke here, which will just come up like that, and we'll lit that smoke to pink. And let's increase the range to 15. I'll keep it 15 and rise velocity by 15. And opacity, I'll keep it 0. Okay, that's fine. But the smoke should not be enabled. So I'm going to create a smoke here that is local smoke, script.parent smoke. Or I'll just say, yeah, script.parent platform smoke. And over here for the platform, this is again from parent platform, and that's how it's going to work. Now we're going to have a 2 equal sign here. Things are good. Let's go. So as soon as you touch over here, the sign will change its sign, which will say text. So sign the text, you win. Okay, and we'll make the smoke enable. So smoke.enable true. And again, I'll say sign the text. We'll say, hooray. We can play a background music as a winning thing. So I want your suggestion here really quick. We're about to finish. So I'm going to go to home and I want you to tell me what audio will you like to play. So tell me, which one do you want to add up over here as a background music as soon as you finish the game? Use the chat box or just, use the chat box and tell me good. if you think that's good, and I'll go with the right codes. So let's start with the first one. Chasing lights was the first one. Second one. Kind of energetic. Send me your suggestions in the chat box.
If only.
Oh, that's a song though. Oh, someone said first. Okay, that's cool. I got one from Sarah. I'm waiting for other one. Oh, all said the first one though. So I guess it's gonna be the first one. I'm just gonna simply stop the second one. Actually, let's go with the first one. So I added the sound, which is chasing lights, and I'm gonna add the sound inside my model. That is, let us keep it inside the workspace. I want it to play all together, and let's name this as Win Music. Okay, so we come back here and let's connect this code, which will say local when music or music equals game dot workspace dot, what did I name it? When music. Okay, so music dot playing is gonna be false. Music dot blue is gonna be true. And as soon as you win, we will play the music. So we'll say music dot playing will be true. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna simply copy the whole thing from here, come back here, and come to this box, add a script, and paste the code here. Just change something here. For example, I'm not gonna connect this thing. I'm not gonna connect the platform. I'm not gonna connect the smoke, the music, anything. Simply, this is gonna be a box. So I'll say local box equals script.parent. All right, and the box is visible. So as soon as you touch this thing, I will say, yeah, we need a guard. So local guard equals true. So box is gonna respawn after every 3 seconds. Okay, so we will say it's gonna be false. Each time you pick up a box will, it's just gonna be like box of transparency. I'm gonna keep it 1, which is invisible. Box dot, I'll say candle light will be false. And we will say God equals to true. And we are done. And we will wait here for like 2 seconds and let's see our game working then. So I'm gonna copy this thing up, copying this thing down, make it opposite of it. So it respawn after every 2 seconds. True, false. And yeah, this is gonna turn into box. Copy that thing. It's done here. Should we try again? Let's give it a first press try and see there shouldn't be any errors. So I'm gonna click on the play button. Let's see how it works. So my game is loading. Oh, I got this thing here as a player. And let's give it a first try and see if it works in the very first go. So it says pick and drop the box from here. I picked the box. Okay. Now let's see. It's respawning after every 3 seconds. You see? And we need to just hide the sign as well. So it's respawning after every 3 seconds. And then I'm gonna come down here. It says drop the box here. And let's see. Something I think was missing here was the smoke didn't came up because I forgot to say smoke.enable. Oh, it says smoke. It's gonna be platform script. I actually didn't hide the smoke at all. That's why it wasn't coming. So I'm just gonna come down here. I'll say smoke.enable. It's gonna be false. And over here, as soon as you touch it, smoke is gonna be true. And let me come to the smoke for the platform. And let's see how it works. So coming back to this place, platform smoke enabled, and opacity, I'm going to keep it 1, or I'm going to keep it 0.5. Let's see how it works. Good. Let's play. So the final run of our game, we need to pick up a box from here. I'm gonna just pick it up and drop it on the other end. It says drop the box there, and I'm gonna just simply drop it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So that's it for the lesson today. So do you all enjoy that? Show me a thumbs up sign. You can open your cameras now and you can unmute yourself. Cool. You know, it was like a very quick